NFL Daily's Week 4 takeaways are presented by Manscaped, the #1 men's grooming product on the market. Head over to manscaped.com/chat and use promo code chat if needed, if it doesn't automatically apply at checkout, to get 20% off and free shipping. Let's run through some notable NFL Week 4 takeaways, of course, before Monday Night Football. Number 1, the Kyler Murray Cardinals breakout. It's here. Murray, I didn't think was actually that great last season. I thought he was a little up and down. He was not good on third downs. I didn't think that Murray had taken the next step forward. I think this year, though, very clearly, that breakout has occurred. He remains the most, just incredibly up there with Lamar Jackson, maybe Josh Allen too, dynamic threat on the ground. The passing has gotten better. He and DeAndre Hopkins clicking a little bit better. He's spread it around plenty as well. The numbers bear this out. 76% completion. Like he looks like a true franchise quarterback. The expected third-year leap, it's here. The jump that I know many Cardinals fans were hoping last year, it's here. I think kind of like the Browns a few years ago, a lot of people, myself included, were a year too early on Arizona. Now we're here. Murray, through 4 games against some decent competition, minus probably week 3, where he wasn't great in the first half, but rallied as it went. Through 4 weeks, the leap has been taken by Kyler Murray. And that's a big deal for Arizona. If Murray is playing like a top 10, top whatever franchise, I think he is right now, then the Cardinals are a very real threat, which, again, not a huge surprise. They're undefeated. But by beating the Rams, a team that we are pretty darn sure is a really good football team, this does put the Cardinals in the driver's seat, at least for now, in the NFC West, and it makes Murray one of the favorites to win NFL MVP, because what do you got to have to win MVP, right? Great stats, Murray will have those. Good to great football team, that's the Cardinals this year, and exceeding the expectations or having a great story, or both, around you. That's what's going on right now with Murray and with the Cardinals. They are exceeding the expectations. I don't think many people, even the most diehard homers of Cardinals fans, truly thought they were going to begin the year 4-0. Yet that's where we are to begin the season. So as it relates to Kyler Murray, will Murray win NFL MVP? I think he is among the front runners right now. He fits the typical mold, young, potential franchise quarterback. So get your votes in. Will Murray win NFL MVP? 1 for yes or 2 for no. My second takeaway from this week, and this is one I kind of mentioned earlier on this season, Big Ben doesn't have it. It's so, and I think you even saw it last year, right around that Cowboys game, when I think teams figured out, hey, Big Ben can't go vertically anymore. He doesn't have it. This is not the Big Ben of his prime, who unquestionably is still a franchise quarterback. I'll say it. I think he looks cooked. And I saw a report, I think it was from Charlie Batch, who said the Steelers weren't allowing Big Ben to check at the line. First off, if that's true, what are we doing out here? Fire your coaching staff. That's garbage. It's Big Ben. He's not stupid. Big Ben is not the only issue, I believe, with the Steelers. The offensive line is not very good, too many drops, but he is the biggest issue. At this stage in his career, he can't move in the pocket, so you can't roll him out to help prevent some pressure. You want to do shorter check down passes, but he's missing easy throws. He can't go vertically, so you're able to really kind of crowd that short area of the field. It's a problem. Here's my question for Big Ben. What is he doing well right now? He's doing decently, short area quick passes late in games. He's provided some good fourth quarter production, but he's checked down far too often. He's not giving his players a chance. I feel like there might be some issues with him and maybe OC Matt Canada. Big Ben's yards per attempt, folks, have plummeted over the years. His yards per attempt this year, 6.1. The raw yardage looks okay. He's throwing a ton. A 6.1 yards per attempt average is horrible. That is far below the number that you're actually expecting to get out of any true, franchise, reliable, elite quarterback. That is not good production. The ESPN QBR stat backs this up, 36.9. It's not very good. If you want to look at the bottom tier, 6.1 yards per attempt quarterbacks right now. Jacoby Brissett, he's not good. Davis Mills, oh my God, we watched the Bills game? Yikes. Trevor Lawrence, and then Big Ben, with Lawrence barely behind Big Ben, which whole different conversation for right now. The last game that Big Ben averaged more than 8 yards per attempt, which in general is like top 10 quarterback production in any given week, was in 2018. He's not the Big Ben we all knew and remembered, leading Pittsburgh to so many playoff appearances. The question now for the Steelers is, okay, what do you do with him? Should they bench him? I lean towards no, because I am unconvinced Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins is the guy. And on top of that, Big Ben, and this is not the best for your short term, but it may be best for your long-term situation, he's too important for your franchise. He's an icon for the Steelers organization. You brought him back for one more year, and frankly, maybe you ride it out and get a higher draft pick in the end. But I'm curious what you guys have to say here. Why for yes and for no? Should the Steelers bench Big Ben? Maybe Big Ben would have more success if he was, manscaping a little bit more frequently. I've seen his beard, and there ain't no way you're telling me Big Ben manscapes. But you guys can, to make your junk look and feel and look a little bit better and even a bit bigger as well. 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com/chat. That link, by the way, will be in both the comment section and it'll be in the description. 20% off and free shipping. They've got the new Lawnmower 4.0. It's the #1 men's grooming tool on the market. Doesn't cut or tug you, but it'll help make everything look a little bit better in the long run. Manscaped.com/chat. Again, the link's in the comment section and in the description. Excuse me. All right, number 3, the Cowboys offense. Guys, this stuff looks incredible. This offensive unit for Dallas is up there with any of the best offenses in the NFL. We've seen that with a healthy Dak Prescott in the past, 2019 especially. But right now, they're moving the ball at will on opposing defenses. Carolina entered the game as the #1 defense in the NFL, who's top 5 in pretty much all stats, the #1 run defense. They plummeted. The Panthers' philosophy was, we cannot let Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb beat us deep. Let's play a little bit softer in the box and dare the Cowboys to run the football, much like the Eagles did. Chargers did too. That's their philosophy, LA's. Look what the result was. The Cowboys' offense has been up there with any offense in the NFL. Points per game, 4th. Yards per game, 4th. Passing yards are down. Again, in large part, that's a volume stat. And unlike last year, the Cowboys don't have to rely on Dak Prescott with over 300 yards in the 4th quarter alone to rally them deep in games. They're not turning the ball over either. The one thing that's been so impressive for me, and this is especially true when you really watch the games up close like I do, and I know many of you guys do as well, and this has been mentioned by several others around major NFL media, Manning and Favre amongst them. Dak Prescott is in complete command right now of this Dallas Cowboys offense. How many times have we said, wow, you know what? That play was doomed from the start. It wasn't there. Execution problem, sure. But there's so many times each game where Dak is adjusting, audibly checking to either a run or a pass and taking advantage of whatever the defense is showing pre-snap. The Cowboys can run or pass as they wish. Now, it helps the defense has been led by early CB1 Trevon Diggs, who's got 5 interceptions already, but in a probably not great NFC East, it looks like the Cowboys at least have the chance to maybe run away with this division. I'm of the mindset this Cowboys team are contenders, at least as it relates to making the playoffs, a deeper postseason run. After years of it, I kind of got to see it to believe it. But are the Cowboys contenders or pretenders? Get your votes in for me in the comments. I'm typing in C for contenders or P for pretenders. Number 4, Tom Brady. In fairly classic Tom Brady form, the Brady and the Buccaneers won even when Brady objectively was not at his best. There were a lot more missed throws than what we are accustomed to seeing out of Tom Brady. And frankly, I think Bill Belichick gets a pretty good amount of credit. That Patriots team is not as good as the Buccaneers team is. And they ran a lot of short passes with Mac Jones. But this has been part of the story for Tom Brady for his entire NFL career. Even when he himself doesn't play well, the supporting cast steps up. There's a lucky break here or there with a field goal. Brady on Sunday Night Football was 22 of 43 for 269. Given that entering this game, Brady was the #1 fantasy quarterback, was throwing for all of the yards and all of the points, this was not the normal Tom Brady. Now, make no mistake, the weather was a factor in this game. It was not great conditions, although I've seen that this kind of excuse before, but I think it does matter. It was not easy conditions to play in. But this is part of the story. Tom Brady, he somehow always finds a way to win games. I know that one meant a lot for him. I thought it was a good battle. The Belichick, Brady, and then there's the supporting cast, coach and players-wise as well, in terms of the offense-defensive battle, was a lot of fun. Belichick confused Brady at least a few times. In the end, though, Brady's Bucs won. If you guys want daily videos on everything going on around the NFL, hit that big red button and subscribe. The news, rumors, all of it. We've got you guys covered here. So if you want that, if you want free videos, because let's be honest, who doesn't want the free videos? Hit that big red button and subscribe today. One last takeaway. Oh, Urban Meyer. Oh, he is just absolutely in shambles right now. If you saw his press conference, okay, first up, background information. Urban got busted last night on social media and on Twitter for getting caught out at his Ohio restaurant/bar. Rather young blonde woman, not his wife, was clearly grinding up upon him. And oh, by the way, Urban, there's a second alternate angle out there, copping a bit of a feel. And Urban in his press conference apologized, said, he should have left the dance floor. He didn't want to be out there. It's a bad look for Urban. And that's not what Jacksonville can afford right now, because the Urban Meyer era has been rough. And Urban just looks tired and stressed on the sidelines far too often. And it's fair to wonder just how long this marriage in Jacksonville is really going to last. It hasn't been easy for Urban, and you're Jacksonville, and you're wondering, okay, we got Trevor Lawrence. He looks way worse than ever did in college. Maybe it's not just him. So before we go for this part of the video, get your votes in. How long will Urban Meyer last as the Jags head coach? 1.9 years is our over-under. Over meaning it's to at least 2 full years or seasons as a Jags head coach. Under means he get fired before then. Get your votes in. O for over, U for under.